Hello everybody, Martin here. So, here I am getting into it. Doomsday and Legacy, playing League. I'm currently queued for my first match. In case you haven't watched the deck tech I've done, I suggest you go back and watch that if you are new to Doomsday or unfamiliar with the deck and how it works. If not, then maybe just stick around and watch me plunge headfirst into a brick wall, probably. I have to say I don't have that high of an expectation as opposed to or in regards to how this is going to pan out, but we'll see. I'm actually reminded that one thing I forgot to mention in the deck tech in terms of the sideboard is that I think a lot of Doomsday decks will have empty thorns in the sideboard. I just wasn't sure what to cut, to be honest, to fit empty in, and while like once in a blue moon it's nice to be able to just go like land, Petal, Dark Ritual, Burning Wish, LED. I think a lot of the time, as we're only running 4 rituals and 2 petals, it's not that likely to come up. But anyways, here we go, the first round. Very excited. And let's see what we're up against. Well, we win the die roll, and we very much want to be on the play. And I think we have to keep this hand, it's pretty nice. Only thing is, we're kind of like, we might have to go for an Underground Sea and open ourselves up to Wasteland. We could also just go Delta Fetch Island, cast top, pretend we're Miracles for a little bit, and in case they discard us or probe us and see what's up, well, I mean, then we still have 2 cantrips to find a black source to duress them. If we're up against a combo deck, then not having black to duress them is kind of bad. But in that case, I mean, they have to respect us being a counter deck, and that might, stop them from just going off right away. Well, that was what we did not want to see. So I guess we're either up against Storm, Delver, Infect, or Show and Tell. F6. We're gonna pretend like we're able to do anything here. Underground Sea suggests Storm. No, okay. It's Grixis, Delver. I think we ponder here. Yeah, okay, they daze. We're not going to pay. Instead, we are going to duress them. I kind of don't want to see Wasteland here. Okay, so Deathrite, Delver, Sea Island, or Sea Bulk, Bolts. So, like, I think we will probably end up taking Therapy here. They might just flash back to the Therapy, but I think that's better than them taking 2 cards off of us. So, like, the one decent thing about Doomsday over Ad Nauseam, or over Ant, is that we are completely independent of our graveyard to execute or win. Either of our wins. We don't need to go through the graveyard at all. We don't have Cabal Ritual even to where Threshold matters. The only type of graveyard interaction we're actually worried about is stuff like Extirpates, Surgical Extraction, stuff that shuffles our library, or I mean obviously if it taking our combo pieces. So they just had the nice draw top deck what we just discarded from them, so nothing we can do here. And I guess they play out a creature, they might just flashback it? No, okay. We look at upkeep here. Well, there's the Doomsday. Yeah. I guess we're like a land away from being able to just make use of that Rain of Filth right now. That's in our hand. Take the Bolt. I don't hate that because that might actually come up. We might actually need to pass the turn with the Doomsday pile. Of course, they flip. They flip with Brainstorm, which is kind of bad for us. So their hand right now is Deathrite, Brainstorm. And they just ship the turn back. I think we look here. Ooh, that's nice. Black. Now we still need to find like one more land. We also need them to not hit stuff with their. We also need them to not hit stuff with their Brainstorm that matters. They also have the option to just like play out a Deathrite and okay, so they daze us here. It's fine. We're not under a huge amount of pressure. The issue is they can still like flashback therapies, so they're just gonna drain us a bit. We're just gonna look. Burning Wish, not what we need. I guess we draw the LED and just pass the turn. That brings us down to 9, and then 6, and then like an effective 4. So I'm not actually like we might be getting to a point of the game where we actually can't win. So that's disappointing, obviously. Well, they're not finding lands, it looks like. So does this matter? Guess not really. So like we can play out. So what we can do is we can probe into like we can probe into Burning Wish, sacking Lineside Diamond to get Pyroclasm and that stops them from killing us right here, and then we still have Doomsday floating, but that puts us in a super awkward and precarious situation. Just trying to work out if there's something better we could do. So we could... The problem is, like, we have to crack LED to cast Doomsday right now because we have no other way to get to 3 black mana. If we do that, we won't be able to get to 2 blue mana to cast the Ideas Unbound. We would be able to get to 1 blue from the island. And if then Brainstorm is the top card of our library, we draw Brainstorm, we draw Brainstorm with top, and then we Brainstorm into what? We're stuck then, right? So we have to put 2 back, so that just gets us 1 card deeper. We have no mana floating. I suppose we could have some black mana floating, right? Because we would be able to cast Rain of Filth first. That would garner us an extra black, so we would have 1 black floating, so we could cast the top again. But then it's just the same old deal. So I might be missing something completely obvious here. Alas, I don't think I really can work out another play right here. So if they have force here and we don't name force, then we lose, but then I think, because what I want to name here is actually Deathrite Shaman. They might have force. Oh, they do. Never mind then. We concede. So, only good thing here is that they don't know they don't know we're Doomsday. So, like, they might, they might board in stuff like Grafdigger's Cage. That is the only sort of silver lining right there. It kind of hurt us that they just top decked that second therapy, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, well, how about this? I'll state this as my goal. I hope I get to actually resolve and win with Doomsday, with the card Doomsday at some point during this league for you guys to see. I think anything other than that would be a failure to beat. But yeah, there you go. Alright, so we're on the play again. For sure. Okay, so Labman makes this kind of a mulligan to 6, but I think I would keep this 6 card hand over like a random 6 card hand, so we're gonna keep their Delver. They never mulligan. Oh, they do. Lucky for us. Alright, so here we're going to lead on Island Ponder. Yeah, that's not too bad. The Probe can potentially draw us into the first card of the Doomsday pile. The Duress lets us, well, Duress, and ponder is neato. So let's draw the duress. They're least likely, I think, to discard that one if they have like probe therapy. I mean, if they have probe therapy, they're for sure going to discard one of the two, like Burning Wish or Doomsday. Alright, so they don't, they go for ponder off of Volcanic Island and shuffle. So that makes me believe they don't have much in the way of like they're probably missing land. Well, they could be missing anything really. Well, there's a dark ritual. That's mighty nice. Definitely want that. Probably don't want the Tarn. I'm actually not sure. Like, for us to win the turn we cast Doomsday here, we need triple blue floating, I think. Or like double blue X, double blue and one generic, and we will only be able to have double blue next turn, and that is if we duress this turn. So if we duress this turn, the upside is they were definitely digging for something, they didn't find it. They might have another cantrip, we can take that. Or they might have a force, we can take that. The problem is that if they daze, but if they daze, they set themselves back a land drop. I don't hate that, and we can Burning Wish for our Call Therapy. Okay, so yeah, they're looking for that second land. Let's see, Brainstorm, Ponder, Bolt, Young Pyro, Null Rod, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Force is 6, so I guess I take the force here, hope they don't top deck a land, and then hope to be able to get somewhere next turn. They will definitely like cantrip into another land, I think. We also have the play of, well, they didn't top deck a land. We have the play of Burning Wishing for Void Snare, actually, so that's kind of nice. They found a land, I think, because they aren't quick to shuffle with it. They didn't find a, well, probably they found land and just chose to sandbag it because, well, so they really want to null rod us, I think. So what we could do here is actually just play out the Labman. If they don't bolt him next turn, then we go Doomsday, probe into Ideas Unbound, or land Brainstorm. They might have drawn a counterspell though. But if that counterspell is a daze, then they're still back a turn from the null rod. Labman is in our graveyard, and we can make a Labman pile if we should choose to do that. Now my worry here is that they have found another counterspell. So they use the Ponder. So if they found like a therapy, they could therapy us and then bolt him. My worry with therapy is that they are likely to hit if they have, like, Laboratory Maniac is a pretty big giveaway that we're on Doomsday. Whoops. Oh, okay, so they found Deathrite. I guess they're just holding up Bolt. Actually, you know what I like doing here? Guess, I don't know, what we can do is we can cast Burning Wish for Cabal Therapy, and then cast Cabal Therapy. That will prompt them to do one of two things. It will either prompt them to bolt the Labman, in which case we get to name Nullrod with Cabal Therapy, or they will brainstorm and hide the Nullrod, and then we will name Lightning Bolt, I think. Yeah, I think actually I like that play. Uh-oh. This much pause out of them kind of makes me think they have force, because they were pausing this long last time they had force and I was casting a spell. Oh, they do. Brainstorm. Brainstorm pitched, so now their hand is Bolt, Young Pyromancer, Nullrod. So I think we just have to ship it back here. Oops. Hope they don't draw a Wasteland. Oh, that's so greedy. They figure that they can just keep Bolt up with Deathrite and kill the Labman that way. Let's see what they do here. Guess they Bolt the Labman. Sure. And we take Nullrod. They have, oof, Pyroblast is bad news. Bad news bears for us. We have an answer for each of these spells with Burning Wish. We can either Burning Wish for Cabal Therapy to take the Pyroblast, or Burning Wish for Void Sneer to take the Nullrod. I think we take the Nullrod because we have some amount of answers to the Pyroblast in our main deck. We might also actually just get to a point where we need to Burning Wish for actually I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna Burning Wish for Pyroclasm. Hope they didn't draw Daze or a Flusterstorm. Sure. Drain us for 2. Lose your board. I find another one? Yeah, alright, fair enough. So their hand is Pyroblast, blank. Pyro and blank. So we could actually just go for Doomsday now. And probe, drawing the first card, hope that they blast that. Yeah, I think I like that actually. Will drop us to 6, which means we die to a bolt. Alright, so I wonder what we do here. We need an LED. We need an Ideas Unbound. So we could play a, we need to gamble here. We need to cast Probe and hope that they blasted. If they don't, we just die. Right? So we want Labman, because we're going to be passing the turn. So that's 1, 2, 3. We want a top and a probe, I think. And we're just going to gamble that they don't fire off their, or that they either fire off their blast on the probe, or that they fire it off on, and that they save it for the Labman. Yep. It's a pretty big gamble, but we put Labman on the bottom, then probe, top, LED, Ideas Unbound. Okay, so I think we probe for life here. That's gonna, because that drops us to 4, then they untap Deathrite Shaman us down. We will have 4, 7, which is 5 with the Ideas Unbound. We'll have enough, exactly. Actually, let's, no, we're gonna pay mana. Come on, blast. Please blast. Oh man, they're smart. No, they're not. Yes! Yes! Okay, please. Just don't find a way to mess with us. Don't have bolt. Don't have bolt, don't draw another blast. Alright, here goes. Okay. Okay, so we have to play around. We can play around them having bolt, or we can play around them having days. We can't play around both. So there's already a bolt in their yard. There are no dazes. Damn. Alright, we're going to play around them having bolt, or sorry, days. Yes, we win. Sweet justice. And they're trying to work out if there's anything they can do. If there's not, they can drain us down to 2 life, but that's it. And I don't know what the what the weight is on our opponent's side. So we've burnt through a lot of time on the clock here. I'm down to 6 minutes and change, so I'll have to play the last game at a quicker pace. That's the problem with this deck, right? So yeah, they stumbled here by pyroblasting our Gitaxian probe. We were down to having no cards in hand. Oh, they've lost connection to the game, so we'll just wait until they get back. Oh, they're back, so. But we had 2 untapped mana, no cards in hand, with the probe on the stack. So, like, I think they would, if they asked themselves what exactly could we draw with, like, one card would get through their Pyroblast with just 2 mana, but they might not be wrong for them to do it. They might have to respect us having stuff like, I don't know, like black spells doing making a difference here, but I'm not sure exactly what. Okay, so like we saw Null Rod. I think there's a pretty good chance that there aren't going to be more than 1 Null Rod in their deck. So does that warrant us bringing in Hurkyl's Recall? I actually don't think so. I think having the Burning Wish to go grab the Void Snare is sufficient. Yeah, right, this is a keep. We're very vulnerable to Wasteland, but I don't see us having that much of a choice. So Delver is as aggressive as you'd like. So we could play out the Tarn fetching basic, but we want black mana. So they flip with the Pyroblast. It should prompt them to keep up bulk. And I think we will, we will play out. See if they want to waste a blast on this. They might. No, well, okay, sure. We just pass the turn. Alright. Having the Ideas Unbound in hand is actually potentially a little bit awkward for us. And we're just going to lead off with Duress here. So I worry about Yeah, that's what I worried about. Staring into like a hand full of counterspells. Double force, daze, brainstorm. Okay, so guess we grab the that's a nasty old hand. Guess we grab one force. Pass the turn. So that's about it. A swell of hand as Delver can ask for. Like another Delver. Okay, sure. Well, I think we really need to kill those Delvers. They could force here and just hope to like flip Delver with Bolt. Or they might have a Bolt actually already set up because they brainstormed. Okay, well. Crap on a crud. This is going to get forced though, so we really need to top to show us we need top to show us a mana source and a duress effect, basically. We also need them to not hit Wasteland, Lightning Bolt, Cabal Therapy. We're like really close to being just out for the count. I find it actually quite likely that they have found a bolt. Oof. Oy, oy, oy. It's a hard knocks life. So yeah, we're gonna be losing this, I think. I could just have the bolt here. Right. They blast this? Yeah, they blast it. So their hand is force daze something. Is there an out? I don't think so. I think we're just dead. We can't beat the force. But that's too bad. Just want to see them daze this. Yeah. Alright, so we lose game or round 1 of the league. I'll try and do one more round. Alright, round 2, here we go. Losing the die roll, having a somewhat promising hand. We will keep this. Hope we don't get discarded on turn 1 or chat list. Okay, they play Island. Could be Miracles. So we can't really make out like we're Miracles. I suppose we could. We could like pretend we're budget Miracles that only had money for Bloodstained Mire. But in all likelihood, they will have us pegged to Storm if they are experienced. Right. So not Miracles. That's interesting. Some kind of Grixis control deck? Let's try Brainstorm here. See if they're packing days. We aren't. We're a couple short of full set though. Let's put it back like, like this. And actually, let's probe here, see if we need to be worried about counter spells on their side. We'll get us a card deeper, make it more likely we find a second land. Ugh! Jeez Louise. If they ever get black mana, we're toast. 3 times therapy, truths, and a brainstorm that they won't have very much longer. Oh my goodness, that was just brutal. Brutal hand. Please do not draw land. Please, please, please do not draw land. Whew. Well, let's see. Maybe they're just slow rolling us. Oh, thank Christ. Okay, so I guess I don't mind drawing the Doomsday. Oof, that's exactly what we wanted to see. So we can win from here. Unless they drew a way to counter us, that is. So let's say Ponder 1, Dark Ritual 2, Doomsday 3, LED 4. Yeah, we're fine. Come on, don't be a spoil sport. Alright, so we'll want a Burning Wish. We'll want a Ideas Unbound. Where are you? There you are. We want 2 LEDs. And we will want a blank. So we are at Storm 4 with the LED, 5 with Ideas Unbound, 6 with Top, 7 LED, 8 LED, 9 Burning Wish, 10 Tendrils. Yep, so we'll just take a land as the blank. So we'll put the blank at the bottom, then the Burning Wish, then the 2 LEDs, then the Ideas Unbound. Cast our LED, sack for blue, draw with Top, cast Ideas Unbound, cast the 2 LEDs. Hope they really don't have the days and are just being super obnoxious about it. Sack for black, sack for red, draw the Burning Wish, Burning Wish for Tendrils, and we should have exactly enough. Sweet. So that was a scary draw step of theirs we had to fade. I don't see myself sideboarding anything here. Pyroclasm will potentially be a big player. So I think they are some kind of Grixis deck. Well, I mean, that's so much is obvious, but like some kind of Grixis control deck. So we might be seeing like stuff like Baleful Strix, Dak Faden maybe, or it might just be a blue-red like Grixis Burn. Well, we can't keep this. They're also mulliganing. This is much more like it. And they've kept 6 as well. No, we don't want the third Burning Wish. We'll put that on the bottom. They just pass. I think I play Volcanic into Sensei's top. I feel like Sensei's top is a very awesome big game against them. I guess they might just want to go Pyromancer Probe here. And then have like Therapy next turn. In which case I'm not really sure what to do. We'll obviously have to Burning Wish. Okay, well they might just save. So we can address them now, take the Therapy, make them have to blind therapy. What is it with this guy and triple stuff? Triple snap. Well, that's really interesting. It is quite tempting next turn to just go Burning Wish for Cabal Therapy and 3-for-1 them. Okay. They don't want to run the risk of that. Might just sack it to the Therapy. Yeah, sure, okay. So let's pretend we're holding Brainstorm. Oh man. Yeah, okay. Goody. I guess we take the Brainstorm. I guess I don't hate wishing for Pyroblast here. Oh. Well, that's also fine. Well, we just, for, like, doesn't matter what happens, we just want them to not hit Therapy right now. And we shuffle away like the Ponder and Fetch land to be able to get a look with top at end of turn. Lion's Eye Diamond is pretty sweet. So are we able to do this here? No, right? Hmm. Well, let's see what we're up against. They have a Snapcaster and a blank. Soon to be 2 blanks. Or they'll flash in the snap. Just add the extra beats. It's fine. We'll drop down to 7. Mean that we're vulnerable to a bolt post Doomsday, but I think we can live with that risk. What's this? Vendelian Clique. Okay, well, we'll brainstorm for sure, but it is a bit of an issue. Actually, no, it's not. This is perfect. That brainstorm made it perfect. I don't think they have a way to not lose now. Because they either shuffle away the brainstorm, and then we get both the Doomsday and the LED back with our draw step, or they let us keep this and we can brainstorm. Yeah, they let us keep it. That was a weird time for them to clique, I think. Maybe they're worried about the storm count. They could have mucked us up big time if they had, yeah. But anyways, yeah, if they had done it on our turn. But we just win here. Guess it doesn't matter. So, do we have to go off with Storm, or can we go off with the Lab Man? Say we have a Brainstorm and Doomsday, and we'll have no Storm will be plenty. Yep, sweet. We actually get on the board and probe. Yep. So because we'll have 4 mana, we can actually storm them mucho. I mean, it doesn't really, it's not going to be an issue, but we can get to cast the probe. So we can just so you can see that we put Burning Wish on the bottom, then the probe, which was the blank in our old pile, then LED IDs Unbound. That's still the same. And play out our artifacts. Sack this for blue. You're my boy, blue. We'll draw a card. Its ideas Unbound. Go figure. Cast Sensei's top. Cast the LEDs. Draw with top. We don't need to crack the LEDs yet. Probe for life. Draw on the top. Cast it for our last mana. Now we sack the LEDs. See, this wouldn't have worked if we had been on 2, obviously. But then we don't need to build this much storm because they're at 17. Would love to use Burning Wish's ability. We're gonna get Tendrils. Tendrils for 24. Yay! So that was pretty neat. I think I'll leave that be for now, and I'll play the remaining 3 rounds as soon as I get a chance. But yeah, for now, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.